Hello there, everyone. This is Neko here. Get ready to play Infected. So yes, we're continuing on with this, having fun with this. We're probably gonna have quite a few episodes with this continuously. I'll probably get back to RuneScape and all that, but we're going to continue on. We're going to get some important things, all this other fun crud. If you're enjoying my content, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification. I try to show tips, tricks, helpful hints, all that fun stuff. Like I show you how to speed chop and how to speed mine. However, it requires timing and practice. So if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. I do it out of force of habit, even if it doesn't work. Ooh, is that a pumpkin? Uh, Okay, we got a little bit of time on here. So my recommendation for when starting off is you're going to want to get basically a 2x2 foundation, get yourself some forges, get a little roof, get yourself some water, some planks. Basically, last episode is my recommendation on how to start off. The reason why you want 3 forges is because it allows you to loop through, because you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can see here this takes 5, so boom, 1 ingot with 3 of those. Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna need pumpkins because right now the main goal, we're gonna have to get prepped and ready so that we can actually go into some of these locations. We have the trader, which I might go to take a look at. We have this location, this location, and this location, all relatively close by that we can start hunting for techs. Techs are going to be important. We're also going to want to prepare for winter and all that. However, I have doubled the length of the time, so instead of being 60, also, where the hell wasn't there a crow around here? Or did I spend too long screwing around? Oh well. Anyways, I have the time doubled for the winters and stuff, so it's going to take a little bit longer for me to get pumpkins. They're going to be important as hell because there's 2 techs that you do need to get. I explained that techs are basically, there's no like meta. It's whatever you need right then, right there. So, for example, if I found Mike, the probably the first tech I would go for would be the chemistry, because that would allow me to get Mike up and running, and Mike will get me logs and stone, and that would accelerate my progress significantly faster. If I wanted to do building, I would go circular saw and all that other fun stuff. If I wanted to expand my bag first, I would go for the loom. So basically, whatever you want, how you want. Although I might go for the butcher's table because we're gonna need to get meat and protein at some point. But the first 2 techs is gonna be mineral and brick forge. Definitely the most important things to be getting. Let's see if we can find some more pumpkins, because pumpkins are definitely gonna be important. And the reason why I say brick forge and mineral extractor first is because you're gonna need copper, you're gonna need cobalt, and you're gonna need uh aluminum, because that basically takes care of all your needs for everything, and you can place those in caves. I'm not sure how easy it will be to get to this cave. This might be the cave I visit the most, which means we'll just come on through here and visit here. Swamp is up over here, so definitely gonna be visiting over there at some point. Alright, well, I'm not seeing any other pumpkins. Oh, never mind, there's a pumpkin. Oop, run, chicken, run! The reason why I want pumpkins is because they rot the fastest. That means biofuel, and biofuel means taking care of everything else. And I've been spending too long out here. I'm wasting time on my forge. Oop. Actually, you know what? We could probably just eat all of this right now in the beginning, because it will give us water and everything else. Plus, right now I'm just using it to get the seeds in preparation. Now, if I remember correctly, it takes 4 biofuel to fill up a mineral extractor. I think if you run a pumpkin in 20 minutes, you should get roughly 1 pumpkin, which means 2 biofuel. So I think you can do, what is it, roughly 2? No, I recommend doing at least 3 pumpkins in the beginning. Oh, right, now we can actually get our forge. Part of the reason why I'm stacking up on iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, keep this going at all times. The reason why I say that is because if you look at this, this takes iron. You look at this, this takes nails. You look at this, nails. What else? Actually, that's something else I need to build, which again will placeables. This takes iron. This here takes iron, 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 iron. You start to get the point, right? Iron. Wonder what that needs. But yeah, workbench. We're gonna need that. So we'll get that down. So we need nails for that. But basically, this is the most important because you need nails. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna throw you into here. We need planks, which we got some planks getting ready to go. Perfect. Now we can make some nails, which means we can get logs. More logs means more stuff. But basically, the goal is to try and get to a point where I can get a shield. The reason why we want a shield is because if we're gonna go, well, actually, we don't need a shield. I think the first day, there's gonna be no enemies. So if you can make it to this POI, you can get a shield, a sword. I don't know about sword, but you can get shield, boots, quite a few important items in here. That's very important. Now, if you hit J and you go over here, you can check out the lore. Apparently, after 6 months of silence, got an email from Sun. Coordinates, few details, childhood nickname, an island. So we're on an island. A lighthouse on the southern tip, no contact, just an email. Have to know what happened. So basically, if you're wondering and you're trying to do this by the story-wise, if they haven't changed it, the lighthouse should be either this place or this place, one of these 2 locations here. So we're gonna have to go check that place out at some point. But right now, the goal is to get set up, ready to go, efficient, and preferably no dying. Okay, we need more nails, more iron, so we'll throw that back in there. We'll grab more of this. Then we're going to be getting the stone crate next because that will allow us to carry a bunch of stone at once. In here and there, we need nails, lots of nails, so we'll take you. So 10, 20, 30, so we need 3 of those, and dang it, ran out of fuel. Oh well, doesn't really matter, we can always get more. I'm gonna have to get that up and going anyways. Throw you in here, throw you in there, throw you in there. And the reason why I'm getting this stuff is because this will allow me to make bone spears. This will allow me to get logs. I think, if we're gonna be looting, we don't need to get the, whatever you call it, the bench, the butcher's table. All right, we need planks and other stuff. We're gonna need to fill that up. So, nope. Yes, here we are. We can throw all of this into there. 65, pretty decent. Half full, so 100 fiber will actually fill this up. So that means 100 bark might actually fill this up too. Oops. Yeah, 100 fiber for that. That was like that. So 100 crud for that. I think we're going to get the logs so we can get more trees chopped. Perfect. The trees are definitely important. We're going to definitely need to expand out. And depending on how things go, we'll definitely need to get a few... oh, dang it. I'm going to need a stone and a branch. Do we have a stone lying around somewhere? I'm not seeing any. We might have to mine. Oh, there we are. There's one. Let's make another axe. We're going to have to actually... oh, right. And a stick. Stone and a stick. Admittedly, oh, we're going to need that because, let's see. Stone pick's pretty meh. This will give us sticks. We'll have to go put those up. Now, the fun part about getting the log thing here, this is, if you put the stone crates, you can actually hold quite a few 2 stone crates, and you'll be able to hold a bunch of logs, or not logs, but stones. Anyways, let's make an axe. We need one of you, craft that, which should be good to go. We might want to make a stone pick, but that's going to be later. Plus, I should really get my iron up and going again, because we really need it. Alright. If you time this right, you can actually speed chop. It's just a matter of doing it. I do it out of force of habit because personally, I don't think it actually does make a difference anymore. And I'm not going to do the science behind it to see if it does or not. Oh, axe is broke. And when you have another thing, you can see my axe here has been used. This does, that's what I mean by... there we go. It does use durability of whatever you're using at the time, so you do gotta be careful. Because theoretically, if you do it, you could use the durability of this, or you could use the durability of this. So it's like you're speed chopping, and you're using the durability of this. Anyways, we're going to move this. We're gonna move you back over here, you over here, you over here. So we have 1 and 2. Bark. 10 more bark. Yep. This will give it about... yeah. Alright. Start. Basically, once we get some weapons and equipment, my first goal is to get the mineral extractor. The second goal will be to get the brick forge. And that means we're going to have to expand out a little on this. You can place some things on the ground, but not everything. And the clay nodes here, they're going to be very, very important. So you do want to be careful on how much you use and where you use it. Because if we go to placeables, be placeable other, you can see the clay soil extractor. You can get clay soil, but you can no longer turn the soil into clay on the workbench. Instead, you have to now use clay mixer, and that requires power. So you need power to make the clay, to make that, and that. So yeah, so you got to be careful on using these the clay nodes. Otherwise, you're gonna have to either loot it or hunt for it. Anyways, I think we might want to start building a little bit in preparation. So we'll get you there, you there. I think we'll just expand a little bit this way into a 3x3. So we can start getting a few more items into here. My goal right now is to get enough room to Well, actually, my goal is to make a shield. I think we need like 25 fragments and something items for that. Which actually, let's look at that item. The shield, yeah, 25 fragments. So I think we'll hold off on making more iron for the moment. We'll actually get ourselves fragments. Basically we're gonna get ready to go looting for the next episode, or maybe this later this episode. Oh yeah, I can now throw into here. Yay! We got more room back, which means a new thingy. Right. We need planks. We're gonna just grab as much of this as possible. Nope. Ran out of planks. Let's get the bench made. Then we'll have to start throwing logs back on these. Perfect. That takes care of that. So now we need logs. Oops, accidentally hit G. And protein's a little low, but everything else is doing okay. That's fine. What was it? GTF PM. Ooh, I could have swore there was a button that told me the time. Oh, also, there's a trick to carrying more than 12 logs with this. However, it doesn't work when you're out and about. It requires one of these in order to do it. I'll show that later, though. For now, can't jump with logs. Personally, I'm jealous that Mike can do that and I can't. Okay, almost expanded. We need more fragments. Whee! And I think we're gonna have to make stone spear. Where are we at on fragments? We're at 5, 10, 12, about halfway there. Yeah, baby. Wood logs. There we go. Now there's a certain way if you time this right. I keep repeating myself, but it just shows you that how much I enjoy speed chopping. Nope. There we go. Okay, more logs. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go store, or actually we're gonna start cooking up, or start getting planks. We're gonna need stones, so we're gonna need to move you. You don't need to move, pull things out. It will naturally move everything with it. They're almost done, or they are done. Dang it. We need logs, or not logs, but stone. There we go. Thankfully, stone mining still a lot easier. Yep. We're gonna need to get more water. Woo! Stone. Another reason why we're gonna need to get the mineral extractor is because eventually stone's gonna be just too far away to get. Yeah, we'll get one more. So. Admittedly, mining isn't as important to speed because eventually you get to a point where you can just automate it. But that's also what Mike's for too. Okay. One thing that if you do have full logs, you can actually run up onto this and then grab like that. I'm gonna move you right there. We're going to get as many of you. Perfect. 5, 10, 15. We're almost ready for a shield. I just gotta remember what it takes. What was it? B? No. No. Itempedia. Shield. 3 planks. We got the planks. Just need the fragments, so we just need those. And then I think we'll go check out the trader first, because we can actually make a decent amount of money from that. Some things I will definitely keep. Hopefully we can get some tech, because I'm going to want to build... No, not... this. Then we're gonna need to build these, because we're gonna need to make stuff for the thing. And the reason why I want to make this is because aluminum. Once we get aluminum, we can then get ourselves a big flask. The problem is I don't remember where you make big flask. I think it's in food and water room. Yes, you make it at the workbench. Now you can find the aluminum, which is going to be helpful. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. You know what? I think we're gonna be going on a attack this episode. I think we'll try and get our first set of technology. Let's throw 15 into here. We'll throw 10 into here. That's doing okay. So now we don't have any... Ooh. If I hold Control and right click, I should be able to get my spear. Hopefully. Now, the only reason why... Oh, apparently there is a bleed out. I'm glad there is. Now, the only... killing the animals, it's kind of pointless if you can't get the hide. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want the bones. They give us 2 bones and a meat, which I don't really care right now about the meat because I do have the other food on hand. Wash your hands because you can get sick. But we need the bones, because the bones we can then take over to here. We can then... no. Right, you can't... Once you put... So, what was it? Alt... Right, there we go. You get bone shards. Bone shards can make you sticks. We're gonna need planks. Now, when you're out and about and actually going on a whatever you call it, out exploring, you are gonna want to get whatever you call it. You are gonna want to shut those off. But since it is 4 p.m., it's gonna probably take a little while to get out over to these. I'm probably gonna go to sleep. First, we're gonna make our shield, and then we're gonna make our stone spears. So we need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So we could actually put another one of these on the ingot, which means more stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. So we'll throw you and you, you and you, you and you. Perfect. 3 planks. We're good to go. 1, 2, 3. And then Itempedia, because I don't want to do all that. Sometimes it's faster to just do this. Yes, shield. Now we can block things. Okay, next thing we're going to want to create is Bone Spear. We need Bone Shard, 3 sticks, and plant fiber, which we got the shards. I burned up all the fiber. Thankfully, we've got this. Boom. Fiber. Boom. Sticks. Yay! When you're going out and fighting, though, with the enemies, I highly recommend making at least 2 spears. So we're going to actually go to our inventory. We're going to move... Actually, if we're moving this... These, the items, if you throw it on the ground, any crafted items will stay for a while, but any resource items will get lost. So if you throw out your sticks, they will disappear. You throw out your pumpkin seeds, your bone shards, plant fibers, all of that, it will disappear. Bandages, I'm not 100% sure. I think basically anything that's in a loot table will disappear. But anything crafted by hand like this will stay for a little while. Now, don't trust me on it for staying forever, but still. Okay. Now, I think we're going to try and get ourselves set up for basically an extractor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, some people are going to tell you what to do with the extractors. My personal opinion is it depends on what you want. For example, they're going to be like, oh, put this on the stone, because stone, 5 minutes will give you 1 ingot, versus mining, setting this on random. In other words, letting it get iron, which will be 5 minutes, which could get you 1 stone, it could get you 1 fragment, or it could get you 1 ingot. So, it's a bit of a gamble. You have a 33% chance to get an iron ingot in the same time it takes you to get a stone. So from that standpoint, it's better to put on stone, but there are things you're going to need iron ingots for. Like this takes 6 steel. Or not iron ingots, but it's going to take iron ore. So I recommend prepping beforehand just by leaving it on iron, because you can use it, because there's also a couple other factors to take into account. As you can see here, it takes a little while to cook the stones. It takes a little while to cook the iron ingots. You have to cook the stones, then you have to cook the iron ingots, or the fragments into ingots. So you have to double cook in order to get an ingot versus getting an ingot. This is part of the reason why I say leave it as getting iron ingots, or basically iron ore. Oh, 1 short. Okay. I might just sleep. Now we should be able to make... we're going to put 2 for that and craft. There we go. So now we have 2. We're going to... Right, you can't switch things around into that. Kind of wish there was a bag upgrade so we could upgrade our the number of items on here. So it's like, okay, upgrade. We can put another weapon slot, so we have 5. Upgrade, another weapon slot, so on and so on. We'll pick you back up. We're going to store sticks. We're going to store the bone fragments. Store the pumpkins. Actually, you know, we probably should... we got some time. Might as well get it ready to go. So let's get placeables, others. Some other things you are going to have to worry about, though, is that winter time, you're going to want to put these inside with some kind of heat source. Otherwise, you could potentially lose your crops, and that's not fun. Since we have 4 pumpkins, I'm going to set up 4 plots. I do kind of wish there was a snap function. The developer is, I think, working on changing or upgrading to a higher level, whatever you call it, engine. I'm not 100% sure on that. So it's possible we might see some of the features that we really want come out. I think I might just go to sleep. It means a lot of stat drain, but thankfully I have a lot of I have food items to cover for that. Oops. Stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, grabbed an extra one. Oh well, we can just throw it in. Yeah, I think we're gonna sleep. It's getting, technically it's like 30 minutes into the video or more. Depends on how much gets changed, cut, edit, blah, 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 blah. Anyways. Right, G. I'm gonna sleep until like 6 a.m. Woo! Normally, I wouldn't want to waste all this precious time, but I want to go looting. Yeah. And there's that. So, eat that. We're gonna get some water. I think we should have some leftover water here. 20 minutes. Now, if you want fast, another way to get biofuel, killing animals and harvesting their meat and letting it spoil is another way. Personally, what I would like to see is a compost bin. Something we can throw our food, our meat, our fruits and vegetables into. But then that would require a little bit of rebalancing. Mostly because if you look at the costs of... where is it? Is it in here? Biofuel. These can stack up to 100. They weigh quite a bit, but if you times that by 100, add 2 zeros to that, so it would be 1 0 would make it 1 coin, another 0 would make it 10 coins, so a full stack of biofuel would be worth 10 coins, and they only take up 1 space. However, it takes quite a hell of a long time to get to that point, and there is a way to passively make money, and it requires Mike to do it. Okay. I'm going to let these burn out because getting fuel isn't that hard. There's plenty of trees, and we need to get going anyways. Plus, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're halfway there, plus 1 on the hand. We have 2 stones or 2 bones. We need to head this way. Because we're going to go hit the trader. Huh. I didn't realize there was clay nodes in the water. Huh. Nice way auto float. Kind of strange, but yeah. Actually, might want to grab some food on the way. But for now, let's go hit the trader. We're probably going to get into some fights. One thing I do recommend be careful of is bears. And wolves. Wolves and bear, if you have your shield, they're actually stupidly easy to deal with. All you gotta do is just block their attacks. And then stab them. So it's like block, stab, block, stab. Now, one thing I recommend not doing is trying to speed attack. It won't work. Don't know why, but it won't. now let's head on. Let's just hope we can get some tech, because the forge is something I'm gonna get first. I want that brick. I want to be able to cook tin ingots, and I want the extractor, because then I can get aluminum, and I can get a few other things going too at the same time. All right, come. Hi, bird. Bye, bird. We do got to be careful. It looks like there's an enemy running right over there. Oh, there's a few of them. Hi, guys. I'm here. Let me kill ya and loot ya. Usually one-on-one it isn't too bad. Let me get stamina back. Block. Stabs. Oh yeah, I forgot. They can dodge and weave now. Which I gotta be extra Ooh, I have coins. One thing you do want to do is cure these as soon as possible. I don't remember if there's the bug with these still exist. Looks like no. That's sweet. But you are going to want to be careful of bandages and stuff. The developer did make it a little bit harder to get them. Ooh, biofuel. Right. T loots all. Yay! Now, most of the time you don't have to worry about it. You just hit T and then it pops up on the side here and it shows you what you looted, which is actually pretty good. A lot of this I can go through and empty what I don't need. And then trash whatever I do need. Ooh, brick. That's actually stupidly helpful. You gotta be careful. They do hide prints, whatever, in all kinds of places. Some places they'll be right next to this. Some places they'll be onto that. Like, ooh, iron. Another money making is coffee tin, and actually I should probably brought some stuff with me on hand. A chest. Because we're gonna be running out of space. Hi. You trying to roar again? Why quit? Oop. There we go. Admittedly, the enemies do hit quite hard, quite often now. Mostly because of that dodge and weave, and you go to attack. Really? Definitely. Ooh. Ooh, what? What? What the flip? Water pipe. They drop water pipes? Hold on a second. Oh, bye, frog. Yep. Huh. I was not expecting a water pipe. Anyways, we need technology. And I should, oh, well, speak of the level. We'll take that later. Empty, oh, something's plastic actually is needed. Don't really care about the rope. I will take that over rope. Mostly because that's gonna help out. And I might come through and might come through and sell a lot of this. Usually once you find the tech in one building, you don't need to come through if you're hunting for tech only. Also, I personally think these should have medical bandages in them. They might, but I don't know. Right now, clay is useless. because I can't convert it into anything else. I need the clay mixers, so I guess I could sell it. Sometimes it can be on the cars. There's all kinds of places it can be. It's just a matter of finding it, and I may have to. I think I'm gonna drop the clay until I can get the electrical. We need to trash something else. Oil's important. Bone shards, screws. I need all of this, but I need that. That's actually worth a hell of a lot of money. I might just sell that. We can get rid of you. We can get rid of you. Move you. We can get rid of you. We can put you over here, up here. That's the one thing about this is you definitely need a bag. Dang it. There's so much good stuff. I think we need to find that tech. And I'm gonna have to bring the cart with me next time and the other stuff without a doubt. Yes. Mostly because this is going to give us a bunch of resources that are going to be very, very helpful. As you can see here, iron ore. Since we don't need the water pipe right now, I might sell that because that's a decent amount of money. Personally, I did not expect them to actually drop a water pipe. And you know what? We might as well take what we can. If we don't pull anything out, we don't pull anything out. My goal is to find bricks and a few other items in the process. Perfect. And glass. And if we can find all basically what we currently have, we're good to go. Let's see. Splint, yeah. Don't need that. I think we found all the technology we can in this place. Not 100% sure. I think it's possible to get to up to 3, but you never know. Oh, we're full. That means I should eat. Personally, you can get a hell of a lot of food. You could live off of eating food. Potatoes will give you protein, so if you're looking for protein, you can grow potatoes if you don't want to hunt animals. Okay. One thing I do suggest is definitely bring a cart and a loaded with chests. I definitely should have done that. That's my screw up. But I wanted the technology. Whee! Speed loot. Absolutely love it. It is the best thing ever. Now there's a lot of stuff I'm missing because I can't grab it all, but still. But we got the most important things, which is plastic, mechanical parts, electrical parts. And then, since we're going for the forge, we're going to be wanting bricks. The more bricks we have, the easier it is. Glass, that's going to be important. If we can loot copper and a few other items, that would help out a lot too. Okay, well, I know there's a lot I missed here, but I need to go check out the trader. And I'm thinking I'm going to sell the water, or the water pipes. Plus, you can actually technically steal from her, which is kind of funny. Ooh, iron. Just screw it. I want iron more. Iron is actually pretty important. This is also part of the reason why I wanted to come to loot, because it will help. Now, if we go to info, we got elite runner. That's actually going to be helpful. And then benches, higher work, repair. We might want to get the repair. Advanced battery, electric furnace, advanced mixer, elevators. Advanced clay mixer. There's a few stuff here. You know what? Sell this. Personally, this would be very helpful to have, but yay, fine trader. Okay, well, we need to empty out more space. I guess we eat. Perfect. We're definitely gonna have to come back and loot. Okay, let's head back. We got a little bit. I'm gonna have to grab the cart and the workbenches, or not workbenches, but the cart and the 2 chests put on the cart. It's definitely gonna be important when you go looting. Now that we have the technologies, we're going to get those first 2, which are gonna be important. We're gonna need the feathers for the future. We're gonna get back to our place. We need water. Learn to gather some water. I'm assuming that means it wants me to build a water bin. It doesn't actually tell me, because technically I've already gathered water. I've already boiled water. And so that should realistically count for that gather water. But it isn't for some reason. So that most likely means it wants us to build this, which I might just do just because it's water. More water next to us. Okay, let's get back home. We'll get the technologies. I'll prepare for another episode. Woo! Mostly because it's always fun playing this game. And there's a lot to do in the beginning, a lot to learn, a lot to get done with. Alright, well, I'm gonna get the 2 technologies. I think we'll call it here. So, if you guys enjoyed, please like. If you didn't, I understand. Not much happened. Just more prepping, more gathering, more building, more looting, all that other fun crud. Next time, I'm gonna bring the cart with me, and I'm probably gonna loot that off camera and show you guys what I looted. We got the technology. That's the most important part. If you guys want to see more of this series, check out my channel. If you want to see other games I play, check out the in-screen credits. I do play other games in the process. If you want to be added on to the in-screen credits like these people, make sure to publicly subscribe. After a certain amount of time, I'll add you on. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed and you come back for more. I'm going to get ready for the next episode. Now that we got some aluminum cans, I might actually get a few other farms going. And I don't know if I said this, but make sure to publicly subscribe if you want to be added on to the in-screen credits. I probably already said a few things, but oops, I forgot because I got distracted. Bye-bye.